Hello and welcome back to Metalhead's Quick Picks. Today's showcase is Medieval Engineers. Medieval Engineers is a game by Keen Software House, the same people who brought us Space Engineers. As the name would suggest, Medieval Engineers is based in the same engine as Space Engineers, and as a result features many similar gameplay mechanics. In survival mode, players are required to harvest resources, construct tools, build structures, hunt creatures, and farm plants in order to survive. There are also AI-controlled barbarians who may come along every so often to harass the player. Though these can be somewhat challenging at first, they quickly become more of an annoyance as the game progresses. Creative mode opens up all building pieces and gives the player the ability to fly, and is especially good for designing and building things without the restrictions of survival mode. The meat of the game, especially in single player, lies in building. Be it a house, windmill, or castle, the game features some really good building pieces to create some incredible structures. For those more mechanically minded, the game offers a lot of mechanical building pieces to build complex machines, such as carts, cranes, and siege weapons. Whatever your preference, there is much problem solving to be done in this game. Combat is another aspect of the game that is present, however is somewhat secondary as multiplayer is the only place in which it would ever be properly featured. Multiplayer is a heavy focus of this game's design with a faction system, as with Space Engineers, and support for peer-to-peer hosting of the game. With that said, online servers are difficult to find due to the game's relatively lesser known nature. As a result, it's best to play with friends. One of the main issues that the game does have is that in single player at least, once you've built that castle and all the accompaniments like farms and stores, the game has little more to offer than more building. This situation would be somewhat remedied with multiplayer, with multiple factions all raiding one another, which would provide emphasis on defense and design, thus giving the game additional depth that simply is not present in the single player mode. The game currently retails for $19.99 on Steam. I would say that while the game does feel a little shallow in single player, once you do get past that building up to a castle phase, there is still plenty of game left in playing with the mechanics and designing different structures in creative. And of course, if you can run a server with friends, significantly more gameplay options open up. I've decided to incorporate a scoring system into these videos. As seen here, my average score for this game is 3.75. It is an above average game. Overall, I recommend this game to anyone that enjoys Space Engineers, medieval games, or building games in general. And this has been Metalhead's Quick Picks number 3. Thanks for watching.